EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. On the Rams sideline, a look at their head coach. His guys off to a slow start, 1-2, following the loss last week. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Browns. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from a rainy Cleveland. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the man who played his college ball in Berkeley, the former Cal Bear, their rookie quarterback.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand if they're going to come into today's game and have some success, they've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
Receiver in motion, headed left. On first down, right back to Williams. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa in on the stop. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. From the 43, here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Now they'll set up to throw. Nakua open. He's got it. They lost him. And he will get into the end zone. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch. But the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback. And then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills. And wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. And when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat. Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So a big play to get this drive off to a fast start. Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A run with the former Buckeye, Quinshon Judkins. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Rams' 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And I'll tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
9 yards from the end zone for 2nd down and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown Browns. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team 1 possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the option, here's Williams. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll look deep, left sideline. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. This is taken at the 25. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Browns offense ready for their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. Hill drops the throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Cleveland. They run straight ahead with Judkins. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. He'll step up and run this.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. Flush to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. As we are ready to get back underway. Up the middle goes Judkins here. Marked down at the 6.
Second and 6.
They run it once more with Judkins. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time?
It's third down and 6.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on third. Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense make their way out to take over once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Craig, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. And they're going to mark them down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run the toss here with Judkins. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. 2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it here to Judkins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. On the ground, it's the tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play. We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He's not going to get there. Couple of yards short. And this is going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but They're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And mark them down up beyond the 30. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, L.A. It's another run here for Williams. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12.
They'll throw out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. Here's Matt Araiza now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. That is fielded at the 20. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Oh, a loose football. And the Rams come up with the recovery.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out.
Previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand. Down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 3rd down, here's Judkins. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. On 4th down, here comes Jack Fox to kick it away. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. The Rams offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. That's out wide to Williams. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. First down, it is Williams. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They break through and they block it. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now it's 2nd and 1. Throwing now from the gun. He takes off. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Browns going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. It's probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our spin around the NFL starts now. At Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles at home to take on the LA Chargers. And this is Omarion Hampton. He's a weapon in the run game. He's a weapon in the passing game. Look at him go. Put it in the books as a 62-yard touchdown. The Chargers are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. They worked with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jarrett first in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The throw here is complete. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. The motion man is Nakua. They'll go again here with Williams. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And not much there. Quick defense, held to no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He gets this complete, finding Adams. They'll run it with Williams. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Denzel Ward in on the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Dulcich now brought in motion. They'll go with Williams. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. They'll go with the sneak. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. The motion man is Nakua. Now to tap this one forward, the receiver heading left. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd down, they need 5. Now they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. York's kick is good. And the Rams will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Browns offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's outside to Judkins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now he'll air one out. That's caught! And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. Now it is 1st and goal. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. Oh, making guys miss, and he's in. Touchdown, Rams. That touchdown #1 for him on the year. York now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Rams make the lead 4. It is 17-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 2nd and 9. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
This one's just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Rams offense ready for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. They'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Jalen Hawkins there on the tackle. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. The motion man is Nakua. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He gets there for the sack, setting up fourth down. The Rams punting unit coming out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Whoa! And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Browns offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
He'll throw here on 3rd, and the pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Jared First. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
That's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Rams offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. They run over center with Williams. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Quick hitting slant there. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the option, here's Williams. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Williams. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your...
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. To throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Judkins. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and he's down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And the Browns.
On the give, it's Judkins. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught right side, and that's Famine. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gains. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. But they will turn it over on down. The Rams offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And they're getting closer to a 2nd win on the season. All they got to do is hold on here, and a good drive right now would help. They'll start at 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. Williams hit, and he loses the football.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
On the carry, it's Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Quirrell. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the toss, they'll run. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Talk things over before 3rd down. The motion man is Nakua. On 3rd down, they go with Quirrell. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Punt team headed out for the Rams. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. Pass completed to Douglas. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He's going to air this one out. That is caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 88 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest. That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.